Winston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya! Creature features, and all creatures, and all creatures! And the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
Good evening and welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. With me is my stalwart butler, Mr. Livingston. And to this side, we have the treacherously lovely Miss Tangela. And we have a most stupendous program in store for you tonight.
Excuse me, sir. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but the guest just called. He says he's stuck in Bodega Bay traffic.
Traffic? How can there be traffic?
I don't know, sir. He says it's bonnets to boots out there. Sorry.
How can there be bloody traffic? It's a hamlet, for God's sakes.
Tourist, it appears to be crab season again.
Oh, not this again. For those of you new to our program, there's a yearly indignity we denizens of Bodega Bay must endure that involves the large hauls of crab brought in by the local fishermen. The local restaurants create all forms of delicacies using the abundance of this tasty meat, including, but not limited to, crab en croûte, crab sandwiches, crab avocado surprise, crab and slab mac and cheese, crab apple pie. That one doesn't actually have any crab in it. Crab on the cob, crab dusted donuts, crab cake. You know, the one where they sandwich a crab cake inside of a much larger crab cake. Oh, and there's Tangela's favorite, Krabby Popsicles. She doesn't eat them herself. Instead, she enjoys the look of surprise on the children's faces when they sample this dessert for the very first time. In any case, enough about our local woes. Tonight, after traffic subsides, we'll be joined by our old friend, director David Giancola. He's the clever bloke who created all manner of wonderful films, including Time Chasers and Icebreaker. Tonight, he'll join us for a fresh copy of his most recent film, Axcellerator, from 2019. This is a fantastic film about a car thief who discovers an amazing device that earns him the wrath of government agents. Starring Sean Young from Blade Runner, Ryan Wasine, and Sam Jones, we think you'll find this to be a most entertaining departure from the typical gruel we serve upon your screens on a Saturday night. So don't go away, for this to be another night of gourmet crab fright, right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned. David Giancola. Again, hey, you know, if we told our viewers about this, they could switch over to Channel 2 and watch Where the Red Fern Grows.
What's that about?
It's about the sentimental story of a 13-year-old and his two raccoon hunting dogs in the 1930s. Yeah, that sounds like a film you would do.
Yeah, if we could put some explosions in it. Maybe the raccoons were killer raccoons.
That's right. No,
that would be my kind of
mad raccoons.
Yeah, absolutely.
David Giancola, so long. How long has it been? 8 years?
I think it was 8 years.
Why have you left us alone for so long?
Well, you didn't call.
Oh. No, I am terrible. You know, I don't call. Nobody calls me. I'm terrible with the telephone.
I'm just saying.
No, things go wrong when a telephone's involved.
Actually, I called you.
Oh, you did?
If you remember. This is the first.
Nobody calls me. I don't know what you mean.
I called at the house. I don't know.
Oh, all right. Well, what have you been up to?
You don't know what I've been up to?
Of course not.
For the last 8 years, you don't know what I've been up to?
Why would I know?
I mean, I have to call you. You don't know what I'm doing.
I don't.
mean,
I no longer subscribe to the Hollywood
what horror host
Reporter.
are you? You don't keep up with the
I no longer
industry?
watch TMZ.
I find that hard to
I have not received an invitation to the Academy Awards for the last 2 decades.
You know, they don't call me either. Isn't that annoying?
You know, I found when I used to date actresses, I get invited all the time. Now it's like, no.
They just wanted you for your body. Back.
No, that's not worth anything. I think they wanted me because, you know, they have a certain number of rock star seats that they reserve.
So you were a seat filler? They have those people that fill the
No.
seats?
Now I watched the Academy Awards once, and they had 2 members of a butt rock band. I don't recall the name.
What is a butt rock band?
The bands in like the early aughts when it's like what's the band everyone always makes fun of?
Van Halen? I don't know.
No. Van Halen is not one.
Nickelback.
It's like Nickelback.
Everybody hates Nickelback.
No,
I don't
and
know
they're
why.
called butt rock bands because on the radio, they are played on stations where the radio announcer goes, "Oh, nothing but rock." Nothing but rock on our station. And then you get Nickelback.
Right.
I didn't make this up. I swear to God, this is true. So where was I? Oh, so now only those types of bands are on Academy Awards.
Butt rock bands.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I guess you're right. I don't, you know.
But
I don't get
people
invited.
like you are up on the stage.
No, I don't get invited. You know, I mean, the Academy is not, they don't look kindly on the kind of movies I make.
You know,
So, wake up.
forget them. You don't need Hollywood, right? You made all your films without Hollywood.
That's true.
That's right. Who
That's
needs
true.
them? No. And, you know, Hollywood, I think, is going downhill.
Really?
No.
You think so?
Well, have you been to a cinema lately?
No,
There's
they closed the
nobody in the
cinemas. There's no
cinema.
cinemas in my town anymore in Vermont where I live.
See?
They
No,
closed them. Yeah.
There's
So-
no more cinemas.
But I can watch a movie on my phone now, so, you know, it's really easy.
Oh, don't get me started
Well,
about watching a movie on the phone.
convenient.
All right, I'm getting the signal we have to start your film. Accelerator. I want all the details about this film when we come back. So let's
Absolutely.
go ahead and start the movie. And then when we come back, you're going to give us every single detail about this film. Right?
Absolutely. Do we have that much time?
We do. No,
Awesome.
maybe. We'll see. See you soon. Friends, don't forget we've got a second YouTube channel. It's at cfextras.com. You'll find all the extra stuff we create there, so don't miss out. Subscribe today. This film that you did, Accelerator, wonderful so far.
Thank you very much.
What was the inspiration? What made you do something like this?
Well, you know, last time I was here, very long ago, I showed Time Chasers, which was my first movie, which is time travel.
And the trailer for this.
Yes, and yeah, the first time it was ever shown anywhere was shown
right.
here, back in 2016, and so I always was fascinated by time travel and science fiction, and I was really fascinated with the idea of teleportation as a way of telling a story in a non-linear kind of quicker way.
Right.
Be able to get the characters right where you want them to go. You know, there's not a lot of establishing shots in the movie. The movie kind of bops around.
You know who else had this idea?
Who?
Gene Roddenberry. That's why there's transporters in Star Trek and not shuttles everywhere. Go on. I'm sorry.
No, it's true. And actually, interesting about that anecdote, knowing myself being a bit of a Trekkie, that the reason they did that was to get people from place to place on a planet. Like in Star Trek, they're always going to a planet.
Yes.
So instead of having to show the shuttle going back and forth,
Yes.
get them there. That's it. That's why they did that. I did it for the same reasons. I didn't know that till just now.
That's great.
Yeah.
No. And it makes the film fast moving.
Right.
Because you don't have all these long shots of the car driving down a lonely road.
Exactly.
Or the map. The one I like is the picture of the plane on the map. And
The Indiana Jones.
yes.
Yeah.
No, that's clever. So that was a practical thing that you did for the film. But what gave you the idea to do a film like this?
The thought originally, and the movie didn't turn out this way, the thought was to try and do a movie that was almost one take of just teleportation.
Oh.
And that's where the idea
Difficult.
came. I like the idea of messing with that structure.
Right.
So that's where it originally started. We didn't have the budget to do that, but in some places in movies, you'll see it just goes from place to place to place. And that was the original
How
idea.
fun.
Yeah.
What was that one that was done real time? Nick of Time. Have you seen this film?
Oh, you're not saying Nick, you mean Nick of Time, the Johnny Depp movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That film. So it takes place in 90 minutes, right?
I think so, yeah.
The entire
hours. Yeah.
story. It's not like, okay, 2 days later, I'm here. It's like the whole
It's boom,
90
boom.
minutes.
That intensity was what we wanted for Axcellerator.
That must have been a nightmare to film something like that.
It is, because you end up with these weird continuity jumps where you've got to be in the same position, wardrobe, everything, and you could be on the top of a mountain or you could be in a Chinese restaurant.
And
boom.
Johnny Depp, he's always playing with his hair.
Yeah,
So I bet he ruined a bunch of shots. All right, well, shall we get back to Accelerator?
Absolutely.
All right, off we go to Accelerator. When we come back, we're going to do Mail with Tangella. But when we come back, we're going to find out more about this film, right?
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's get back to the film, and we will see you on the other side of the break. Miss Suzanne Summers is on the cover of TV Guide.
Good-looking woman.
No, she is, but I thought she was dead.
I believe she's passed away.
Sad. Look, she looks like a Victorian wife in this photo. She looks quite nice. It's too bad she's gone. Yeah, she made that thing, the Thigh Master. I believe she received a Nobel Prize for that invention.
I don't think she made it.
No, she developed it. She was a scientist as well as an actress. He doesn't know much for somebody who's been here for so long. Anyways, welcome back to the show. We are going to do some letters because Mr. David stepped away for a moment. I wonder why.
He needed a break.
No, he had to call one of his distributors and say, yes, I will take $5 million or $6 million for my film.
Oh.
These things happen, when you're a director, a famous director. You get calls where you talk about millions of dollars. Me, I get a call, it's like, you owe me $55 for lunch.
From whom?
From people who bought me lunch, I suppose. What do you got for mail, Mr. Living? Oh, look at all those orange envelopes. When is the Halloween mail to stop?
Soon.
All right, well, let's get through these.
David Carsten from Tucson, Arizona.
These are wonderful, but if you want to send us a Halloween card, send it in what? August?
September.
No, August. You have to send it in August because we get so many. Oh, my God, this is wonderful. Look at this. Did you see this? It's got a cute cat and a scarecrow. How wonderful. All right, so David says, this is David Carsten, and he goes, Dear Vincent, Tangella, and Livingston, happy Meowloween.
Oh.
I've never had a Meowloween before.
Cute.
Happy to see Creature Feature Fridays are back. Best, David. P.S. Does that old black phone behind you on Friday still work? It does, though.
It does.
Though I seldom get phone calls.
Well, nobody calls you.
No, they call me things, but not on the phone. That's the way it goes. All right, next up, Mr. Livingston.
Eric Johnson from Newark Valley, New York.
Eric Johnson. Oh, look at it. These are fluffy. When you touch them,
They're cloth.
you feel fluff. All right. Oh, look at this. A Frankenstein hand. And, in God's name, is she doing with those spiders? Oh, look, there's a business card for Ramblers Marblers. I don't know what that is. And this, which is, this is a sticker thing. Look, octopi sticker. And it says, Dear Creature Features, I'm stuck in a well. Please send Lassie. who he's talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, John Provost is our neighbor. He played Timmy on Lassie. And, we like to make jokes about him being stuck in a well, but he was never stuck in a well.
Never was.
Oh, right. So thanks, Rambles, Marbles, Newark Valley, New York. Well, thank you so much for the lovely card. It's got a witch on it as well.
And here's a card from Hannah Maui.
Hannah Maui, what is this? Looks like a pile of rocks.
It's a bunch of sheep.
No, it's rocks. It says...
Lava rocks?
The grave of Charles Lindbergh
Oh.
in Royal Hawaiian Churchyard. I didn't know Charles Lindbergh died in Hawaii. Is that true?
Buried in Hawaii, perhaps?
No. So they, flew him on a plane across the Pacific.
I don't know the details.
His last flight. How about Conquest of the Earth? Another feature with Tim... I cannot read this. Mostly footage from the TV series Galactica 1980. How about the John Michael Vincent film Demon Stone? Have you heard of this one?
I don't think so.
Yeah. How about the James Brolin flick Trapped? We looked into that one. That's the one with the dogs, right? He's
Trapped.
stuck in a department store with Dobermans.
All right, on the escalator.
Something like that. No, I looked into that one. We can't get that one, but we'll look into those others. Christopher, thanks for sending us a wonderful card.
That's it.
That's it for mail? Wonderful. If you'd like to send us mail of your own, visit Hello Creature Features. It's a website that will show you how to send us wonderful Halloween cards, an email, or if you like, send us a stuffed snake like this one. They come in handy. Anyways, let's get back to the film Axcellerator, and we'll be back with David Giancola after the break. See you soon. Hello friends, Tangela and I would like to take a moment to compel you to join Creature Features TV. It is our new streaming service that offers you early access to Creature Features from your computer or your favorite set-top device. You can see the full archive of Creature Feature episodes, movies we've yet to present on the show, a library of items from the original program, plus many other items you won't find anywhere else. Your small yet generous subscription fee not only supports the operation of the service, but actually helps finance the creation of our show. It's a very inexpensive way to ensure that we'll be able to continue producing Creature Features for years to come. Not to mention it'll keep Tangela out of making mischief and wreaking havoc in the village as well. So please visit creaturefeaturestv.com to learn more. And thank you so much for your support. You do cause trouble.
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
You know, famous director David Giancola, you know what somebody told me today? They told me that my hair looks like that of Marlo Thomas on That Girl.
Wow, that's a dated reference.
I have no idea what kind of reference this is.
That's a dated reference, my friend.
We did not have this program in the UK.
Was this program running in the 60s?
I assume it was.
Oh. Were you here in the 60s?
Not here.
Oh.
No, not here. I was over having tea with friends of the Queen. No, that part's not true, but the tea part's true. Anyways, welcome back.
Thank you.
This is people are going to like this film.
I hope so.
You know, it's wonderful.
We had a good time making it.
All these wonderful stars.
Yeah.
But you were telling me a tale during the break about a Halloween you had with a cast.
Yeah, so it was in a lot of ways a dream cast for me. You've got Sam Jones, who was Flash Gordon,
right,
and you've got Sean Young, who was Blade Runner and Stripes and everything else. And we had John James from Dynasty, and we had Max Caulfield from Grease 2, and a bunch of the great things. So it just so happened we were filming through Halloween. That was a production of the movie, and they all ended up at my house. And I have a really busy house in my neighborhood for trick-or-treaters.
Right.
Literally hundreds of trick-or-treaters. And so it just turned out that one Halloween we were filming this movie, the kids would come up with their parents, and it would be Rachel from Blade Runner and Flash Gordon handing out candy at my house. And which was crazy. The kids didn't know, but the parents were freaking out. I mean, I literally had some friends of mine that were freaking out with the kind of 80s-ness of the whole thing. A friend of mine spent the whole evening hiding in my laundry room because he didn't want to deal with it.
How fun.
But it was a blast. It was a blast making it.
So, Sean Young, is she really an android?
That's kind of controversial. I
watched her in Blade Runner, and she did the thing with the eyes.
You know what, I'll tell you? She was shooting the Blade Runner sequel, the Blade Runner, 2041, the sequel. And we didn't know. She never told us. It was a big secret. People probably don't remember that now.
She was in that film.
Yeah, Blade Runner 2049. She was part of that film. It was a big secret. And
what did
and
she do
never
in
told
that?
us.
I don't remember
really
seeing
pissed
it.
about that.
What did she do in that film?
I think they kill her in that film, actually.
Oh.
Or a version of her, I think. I don't remember. It's a long film.
She looked like, because this is many years afterwards, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did they do like the whole CGI?
They did the
young
de-aging and yeah.
Right.
But that's very common. I mean, we've done. Matter of fact, there is de-aging in Axcellerator, the movie you're watching right now. Very, 5 years ago de-aging, but
Right. So, what's the process for that? Do you like take a person and like put sandpaper upon their wrinkles?
No, you literally, once you get into the computer now, you can tell the computer anything that is skin tone, soften it up, and you can add different skin tones in. It's actually pretty creepy. I can't imagine what it's like now, but I was doing that about 4 or 5 years ago. Pretty
I cannot
impressive.
imagine how one would do this. I do this thing called ChatGPT, and I say, write a letter to my mother so I don't have to. And it composes. Now, it's wonderful.
Don't think your mother notices you writing her a ChatGPT letter?
No, well,
Not from you?
No. She did the first time, but then I told it, use British spelling. So now color was spelt correctly.
COLOUR.
After that.
Yeah.
No, it's nice. Try it. GPT. It's a new thing.
That's what
You
I
can
hear.
even write a script with it.
That's what they say. Everybody's worried in the industry that it's going to replace writers, it's going to replace actors. So.
I would be replaced by a better actor long before I'm replaced by a computer.
Or an actor with a better accent, maybe.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. All right, let's get back to the film. And when we come back, I want to hear more about how you made this thing.
Absolutely.
All right, off we go to Axcellerator 2019. Don't go away or I shall be quite miffed with you.
My name's Missy, and I'm calling for myself and my daughter, Kathy. We are from Tennessee, and we absolutely love Creature Features. Please keep it going, and we love all three of you, and we love all the movies. So anyway, just keep on doing the good work. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Watching this film, I just want to get in my Bentley and drive quite quickly. No, it's like a race film.
There are a lot of car chases in this movie. Yeah,
It's nice. Now, there was not car chases like this in Time Chases.
No, nowhere near. Actually, we only crashed one car in Time Chase. It just came out and flipped over. It was a bike chase. But, the movie's called Axcellerator, so you got to have some car chases, certainly.
Right, but you use Axe. So it's an accelerator.
That's what we called it in production.
Accelerator.
Yeah. It's a lot to type out the whole.
So how many of these cars really crashed?
Oh, all of them.
They're all real cars.
Real cars really crash. Yeah.
You didn't use a CGI make you younger technique to create cars?
No. I mean, and there's a lot of work that goes into all this stuff. So,
I
it's
imagine.
about keeping the movie kinetic and fun and light.
Right.
And having a good time.
So
with it.
you have to hire stunt drivers, I imagine.
You do. And
I bet they cost a bit.
they're quite expensive. There's no
Right.
question.
So when they crash into a wall, are they wearing a helmet? How's that work?
I hope they are. Yeah.
One would hope.
No, they do. Actually, it's interesting because with Axcellerator, it felt like I spent whole days just sitting in cars while we were filming because we
Like in
just
the
did so
back
much.
seat.
Yeah, we did so much car work on
Right.
that movie. It just felt like I was living in a car one week.
Right.
Yeah.
Did anyone die?
No one died.
That's good.
No one died.
No, you know that happens sometimes.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin wanted to do the movie, and he's not my kind of actor.
You know, Alec Baldwin, he's an unusual one because he was on the submarine film Hunt for Red October,
Yeah, great film.
right? And then he starts playing with guns in Western films, and it's no good.
Well, no, but he as Jack Ryan, he had done a lot of gun work in
Right.
movies before he ended up, it was a terrible
I
thing.
don't
but-
know. You know, maybe it was the fact that it was Western guns. He did not understand the mechanism on how they work.
I will tell you on a movie set, you never use real guns or anything like real guns. So,
Right. So
it's,
did you use
safety
not
is-
real cars?
No, we use real cars, but with real stunt people. And we do, it's interesting. We do a lot of action in my movies, and I've historically done that, but nobody's ever gotten hurt on one of my movies. We're
That's
just
incredible.
a bear for safety.
Right.
It's super important.
Well, I'm sure the underwriters are quite expensive as well.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's say we get back to the film, and then when we come back, you're going to give me some details on how you do the computer stuff, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, if we go back to Axcellerator, don't go away because it would be no good if you did. See you soon. Bye.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you.
Gin. It's a good night for Mrs. O'Connor. I can take the day off tomorrow.
You know, there's more special effects in this film than I think in Star Wars.
There are a lot of special effects in Axcellerator. Yeah, I think there's over 400 special effects shots in the movie, which is a lot, and actually is more than Star Wars. Yeah.
So that's how they do it. You have like a manifest of like, all right, so I'm going to need 400 special
Yeah.
effect shots.
Yeah.
And then
we
you
had
go
a team.
to a place that does this.
Yep. Yeah, we had a team of 5 guys working on computers, and you shoot against green screen, and it's sometimes it's challenging. It's a lot of work.
People write to us thinking that we're standing in front of a green screen here.
Really, it's beautiful, beautiful place.
If you could smell the smell of this house, there's a moldy smell.
It's true. There is a moldy smell.
I have not been able to have removed, and
I
I've
don't know if
paid.
it's mold or.
No, it's no.
I'm just saying.
Is it? Maybe.
Or maybe
Anyways,
a dead mouse.
I've paid
Or a lot of
large
them.
sums of cash for these cleaning companies to try to remove it, and they have not succeeded. My theory is it's the ground underneath. So unless I move the estate,
What's wrong with the ground?
I think there's just been so much moisture and wetness that went into the ground that now it's a permanent
Really?
feature.
Maybe too many burials in the basement?
You think it's a dead body? I think it's more of a moldy. Enough about this. We're talking about your film.
Yeah, let's talk
All
about
So green screen, no green screen here, but in your film,
Too much green screen. I actually, be honest, we're talking
What do
about
you
it.
mean too much?
I just felt like because we had such a tight budget, I felt like we were stuck using green screen for locations more than I would have liked. And I remember specifically with Sean Young, there's a point in the movie where she's in an airplane, hasn't come up yet. You'll see it soon. I put her on a green Apple box in front of a green screen and a green roof and said, Sean, you're in a helicopter. Good luck. It's just tough for a director working with actors. And she ended up, I told her she was in a helicopter. We ended up changing it to a plane in digital later. So it's tough working with actors when you don't have real things around you.
Now, what about them? Isn't it harder for them to act? Look at that green thing up there.
Yeah, and for most of them, it was, interestingly, of everybody in the cast, it was Sam Jones, who had done Flash Gordon, a lot of blue screen, and Sean Young, who I kept apologizing to for all the green screen, and she said, David, I was in freaking Blade Runner, don't worry about it.
Right.
So she's done Sci-Fi,
Right.
so she really knew.
And they had a lot of green screen in that, I imagine.
There's a lot of effects in Blade Runner.
Right. So you shoot the shot, and then you give the film to a company, right?
For editing. You mean, is that what you're saying?
No, for the special
transfer.
effects.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right.
You've got to put everything in. It's a whole workflow. You composite, and then not only are you color correcting and finishing a movie, you're finishing now maybe 10 to 20 layers. You have to put them all together, and it expands the amount of time it takes to finish them.
Right. Lots of work. That's why movies are so expensive, because it takes more than a director and a cameraman, right?
That's correct.
All right. Shall we finish this film?
Absolutely.
All right, let's head off to the end of Axcellerator. Don't go away when the credits roll. We'll be sitting here with Tangela. And you know what Tangela does if people leave before we're done? She sends them cat manure by mail.
Cat what?
Cat manure.
What's cat manure?
Manure.
What's cat manure?
The stuff that comes out of a cat's behind. And that brings the curtain down on Axcellerator. That was a wonderful film, but the two leads never kiss.
You noticed that?
I did.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to end on a kiss.
Yeah, that's interesting. It was a big thing during production. In the original screenplay, they kiss in a couple different points in the movie,
right,
and at the end. And Ryan was seen, and Laura James, the two leads, we kind of fought throughout the movie, and we just thought it worked better that way.
No, it's all right, because that would be like the typical thing that they kiss, and this way it's like, oh, ta-ta.
They don't. Yeah.
Right.
It adds a little mystery to it.
How wonderful. Yeah. My goodness. You look like a little... Does she look like a little grandmama when she wears glasses? She's wearing my spectacles. She does not need glasses to read. In fact, I would venture to guess she cannot read anything wearing my glasses. But so, what's next for you?
At this point, I'm leaving. I'm going to go Christmas shopping. Get ahead on my Christmas shopping.
Oh, that's right, Neil. I have to do that as well.
Yeah, tis the season.
Tis the season to be spending money at the mall. Now, the malls are so depressing these days. There's nobody there.
Yeah, I think that's the next place to make a little horror movie.
Everyone goes to Amazon. Yeah. That's no fun.
No.
Imagine buying your shoes from Amazon.
I bought these shoes from Amazon.
You bought those shoes from Amazon?
Yeah, I bought these.
Did they
fit?
These are
nice.
Did they fit?
You know what? They're vegan leather, and you know what vegan leather is? Naga hide. They're not comfortable.
Right, but did they fit your feet when they arrived?
They're terrible. They're painful when I walk. I don't like.
See, so you would have known this in a shoe store before you purchased them and said, "Oh, could you give me a size bigger, please?" And they said, "Yes, sir. Hold on." And then you would have been sitting, and he would have brought you another box. But with Amazon, what happens? Oh, ship it back. You'll get the next pair in 3 weeks. That's not the way to buy shoes. Anyways, I have nothing bad to say about Amazon other than the concept is ludicrous. Your DVDs, you sell DVDs and Blu-ray of this film.
Yeah,
How do we find those?
You can find them on Amazon.com.
No,
or
no,
you
no.
Can go, no, it's true, you can.
No,
or
but
you can go to edgewoodstudios.com. Both places sell this movie.
Studios.
edgewoodstudios.com.
Is it the same?
edgewoodstudios.com.
No, but is it the same?
edgewoodstudios.com.
Is it the same whether they buy it directly from you or from Amazon?
No, we have to pay Amazon a couple bucks. Yeah, I'd rather they go to edgewoodstudios.com.
Right. No, that makes more sense. Go to edgewoodstudios.com.
.com.
All right, well, thank you so much. I hope it's not another 8 years till you come see us again.
I hope so too, but winter's coming up. I kind of hibernate. We'll see. Maybe come back.
Right. All right. Well, if you do, come see us.
Absolutely.
And thank you for coming.
Thank
as far
you.
as you guys go, thank you for staying up late and watching our program instead of that other thing, because I think we were more fun, were we not? He's more fun. She's mostly fun. And I just sit here and make faces. We will see you next week. And don't forget, we love you. See you next time. So, speaking of Vermont, we'll be on the East Coast next October. And I'm thinking, if you do this Halloween thing, perhaps her and I could come and pass out candy in your neighborhood.
In my neighborhood?
Yes.
No.